Alright guys, we are back and I am ready to start. I was so hyped about last video, I just got done recording it, that I decided to record back to back. So, we just got done with our starting area, like literally 5-10 minutes ago. We pimped out our lightsabers in the last video to be freaking amazing. So now we are going into our first flashpoint. This video has no timer. We're just completing the Black Talon story mission for flashpoints, and then we are done with this video. Nothing else is happening. Last video lasted apparently 10 minutes longer than I expected it to, which is okay because my timer is usually like a range. It has to be with like in 5 to 10 minutes of that range. So let's get this done. Hopefully I did play this mission as a vanguard, but it was like this mission. It wasn't exactly this mission, and I'm stuttering a lot, but I played this a lot as a vanguard, so it took a long time, I'll be totally honest, because I was playing as a tank. But this time I'm playing as a DPS, so hopefully we do a lot more damage and can get through this a little quicker, because I think it took me like 40-ish minutes to do it on my Vanguard. But let's get right into this. Hopefully we get some good gear. I don't really know everything about the Black Talon mission. I kind of just skipped through it. It is the first flashpoint. It is pretty dark for, you know, the first flashpoint, but then again, it is a Sith flashpoint, so you really can't expect anything else from a Sith mission to be dark as fuck. You just immediately, like, this is the first guy you talk to and you start killing him. Vendetta disapproves already of something we just did, but we are going into it, so it doesn't freaking matter. She can think whatever she wants. I don't care. We are freaking going. So the goal for fighting like these bosses is always kill the weaker enemies first. Always. Not a joke, people. Not a joke. Always. Like, never do you ever not kill the weaker enemies first. And here's why. They all do about the same amount of damage, which is odd because, you know, you think since they're, you know, not like gold rating, they have that gold star next to them, that they do as much damage, but they actually do quite a bit of damage, so you just want to watch out pretty much. And it's always smart to kill them first because they're easy to kill, and it just means less damage. It's really good for if you're like in a full group. It's really good to have 2 DPSs, 1 tank, 1 healer. That way, 1 DPS can focus on whatever the tank's focusing on, and the other DPS can focus on killing ads. And then the healer can obviously focus on healing everybody, as always. But if you're doing what I'm doing, it doesn't really matter, because usually your first companion will always be a healer, which means that no matter what, you're probably going to be able to solo this anyway. It does set your level down to level 10, which is pretty surprising, seeing as the level it sets you down for the starting area is 12. So you actually, in the starting area, you're actually 2 levels higher than you are in this area, which is pretty interesting for being like your first flashpoint. But you are able to start this at level 10. Something else to note though is that not as much loot drops if you're playing on this thing solo, which basically just means like you're not gonna be if you're playing on it solo with like your companion, you're not gonna get as much loot as you would if you were playing with a group of people and like, you know, doing all that fun stuff. The enemies also do get harder the more people that are in the group, and I think it might be the same. I think that's how it is. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And I think it might be the same exact thing for WoW. If not, I don't know. I don't really know. I feel like it's actually not. I feel like I'm totally wrong on that. I'm just so used to playing Borderlands and Diablo where every new party member increases the difficulty but increases the loot chance. I've just seen like more loot drop from like having more people than being a solo
Enemy is firing.
a solo weeb. Alright, so we basically talked to these guys. These guys, our ship's being attacked. These guys are all panicked. They're all like, what the fuck do? We don't know what to do. And so they ask for your advice. You tell them, listen, y'all need to man the fuck up. And then they don't man the fuck up. You'll see why. You'll see what happens at the end of this. It's pretty dark again. Like I said, you can't have a Sith story quest without it being dark. Nothing goes unnoticed by the Sith. I hate these robots too. Freaking pointless. Other than to piss you off while you're trying to get to a dumb elevator. Other than that, they're stupid robots that deserve no spark in life. There's no disadvantage. There's no disadvantage to doing this flashpoint. People might be thinking like, oh, what's the point of doing it? There's really no disadvantage to doing it, other than maybe it might, depending on who you're playing, obviously might consume up more of your time than you expect. But other than that, it gets pretty good XP. You have the possibility of getting good gear from it, and that's pretty much it, actually. There's not really, like, other than, like, wasting time, I suppose, even though I don't see it as a waste of time. It's really good XP, really good levels, free levels, pretty much. I kind of do wish I was a subscriber, though. That way I could show you guys the full extent of how much experience gain you can get while you're playing this game as a subscriber. Because for me, if you don't remember, I think I said this in the very first video. For me, as a preferred status, I don't know about non-preferred status, but for me as a preferred status, I get at least double the experience, or like I don't really know what it is. It's like double the experience up until level 20, and then it stops after that. So I don't know about like non-preferred status, but I know subscribers, that double XP thing goes past level 20, so they basically permanently get double XP, and that's a really big benefit if you really plan on like that's something really worth it if you're really planning on putting time into this game. The other thing that's really worth it is the fact that every month, while subscribed, you get 500 free cartel coins with every month of subscription, which is amazing actually, because there's gonna be times where you're really gonna want to like increase your maximum like experience. You're really gonna want to get like as pretty much as much of that XP gain as possible, and as much as fast killing as possible. Like for me right now, killing things is really easy just because I have these crystals, and that's the reason I have these dark red ones is actually because I bought them off the auction house, the Galactic Trade. I pretty much bought them off the auction house, and then like it counted as like me getting it from like the cartel market, so all I had to do was claim it so that I could I had to claim it so that I had to like purchase this little item so that I can claim it on all characters. But it was really cool because I saw my dad with these crystals and I really wanted them, never had them, and I would always open those. I would always spend my cartel coins on those packs. I would spend them on those packs that would constantly come out, and I'd always be like, I would always like complain like, oh, I always get these dumb like Like, even though these crystals are amazing, they just look dumb to me. Like, stupid. Stupid, stupid. I had really cool ones on my old account, but my old account actually ended up getting hacked and taken from me, which was really sad for me because I actually put, I think like $100 into that account or something like that. I spent like $100 on it, and then I bought like a bunch of packs, and then like claimed a bunch of items so that I could like claim on everybody. And then it ended up getting hacked. I could never access it again, and so I created a new account. And really haven't dumped a lot of money into this. I've probably dumped like $10 into this one, so not a lot compared to my old account. I haven't played this Flashpoint in so long, so I don't know how far into it we are, but I think this is where we get, I think this is where we get to like board the transport to get to the Republic fleet. So we're going to the Republic ship and doing what we can to stop them from basically fucking our shit up. So let's get it done. I hate doing these quests. I hate doing some of these flashpoints with other people because it's like, with the conversations especially, it's like you gotta wait for all of them to get through all the conversations, and it's so annoying because, you know, some people, I get it, it's your first time playing and you just kind of wanna just listen to the story, right? But if you've played this quest so many times, please just skip through the dialogue. Like, that's all I ask of you. Oh my gosh, so many people that I know have played through the quest many times because they got like, I look at their legacy and they've got like so many characters in their legacy that are like level 40 and shit. And it's just like, please, just skip. I also understand it if you like don't like know how to skip like dialogue, which makes sense because I didn't know how to skip dialogue until I hit like level 20 when I first started playing this game. But other than that, I was skipping dialogue left and right. I honestly play this game just because I like Star Wars and I don't really care about the lore, even though the lore for Star Wars is great. I don't really care about it. Like, there's a couple characters I do care about. I know it's not canon, but I wish Star-Lord, or, it's not Star, is it Star, it's not Star-Lord, Star-Lord from Marvel, Star Destroyer. I wish Star Destroyer was in here as a character that you fight, but obviously this is the time before like Darth Vader and stuff, so obviously nobody from like that time is gonna be in this game, and on top of that, Star Destroyer isn't even like canon, so he's definitely not gonna be in here, which sucks because he's not like a lot of people over like hype him for like some of the most powerful like Sith / Jedi in the universe, but he is definitely like powerful AF. Like, he comes from a bloodline of, oh no, not back to this. No, why is it better? Whatever. He comes from a bloodline of like, of people with such like high, like his dad, who wasn't even a master with the Force, like he was like still his dad, who was still a Padawan, put up a fight with Darth Vader just because his Force level was that of a master, yet he was still a Padawan. The only reason Darth Vader won was because he was able to like outsmart him, pretty much it. And if it was just raw, like if it was no wits, raw Force power, and that's it, actually, just raw, because since Darth Vader is a better duelist than most Sith lords, he probably, without his dueling powers, he probably would have lost that battle if it was just Force power. Because, let's face it, Darth Vader he's powerful, but he is not like, he is not force wielding powerful. He's more of like, he's more of a lightsaber powerful. Like, he is powerful with the force, but he's more of the, like, I'd rather fuck you up with a sword powerful. Unless he's obviously fighting those who are weaker than him, like little Republican soldiers, like this, like these little Republican star medics, these parental star medics. I think, yeah, no, star medic. Hilarious. But yeah, Star Destroyer is one of my favorite characters, but not because he's like in the top 10 like most powerful force wielding like people in the universe, whether it be canon or non-canon. He still is like, his story is really cool, and he's one of the first ever he was one of the first ever characters I was introduced to that was dual wielding lightsabers, and that was my absolute favorite thing, is just being able to dual wield lightsabers. I was so into that. It was so visually pleasing for me, and that's why I loved playing the Force Unleashed. It was so satisfying being able to like, I think it was actually number 2 that you were only able to, it might have been both games. I haven't played either of them in forever, so I'm probably like butchering this in forever, but I think it's only number 2 that allows you to dual wield. But in number 2, it was just, it's like my favorite. What? Okay. It's like my favorite attribute about any video game, honestly, is being able to dual wield weapons. Like, that was the first character I tried out in the For Honor beta, which a lot of people are playing now, For Honor. I don't think I'd be able to play it and record it, but yeah, it looks really fun. And I played it a little bit on the Xbox, but I haven't touched it on the computer. Anyway, no, yeah, I loved it. That was the first character I ever played, was the Berserker chick that dual wielded her axes. Like just everything dual wield for me is just so visually pleasing. And like, especially since they did some of like the reanimations for some of the Marauder abilities, these abilities just look amazing. Like, some of these abilities just look like incredible. Now, why am I not targeting him? What the hell? You guys see that? Like, untargeted him for a second. Yeah, these bosses are vaginas. They, honestly, you pretty much just sit here and can tank anything they do to you, because usually your support droid usually tanks it, or Beta heals you past all the damage dealt. It just doesn't even matter. Before Starkiller though, before I was introduced to Starkiller in the Force Unleashed, my favorite character, probably overall, just from the Star Wars, like, just from the Star Wars trilogy of 1 through 3, which were the worst, Darth Maul was my favorite, and I'm so sad that he had to go so early. He died so early. You barely got to see him in combat. Christ, I was so mad about it. Because I was like, dude, it was the first, like, I've only seen lightsabers like the ones I'm holding, like, you know, they only have one blade, or the one, like, little, I don't even know what you call it. I'd say it's a one, I don't know if it's, I don't even know how the lightsabers work, if it's a dual one, but it's like a double-sided lightsaber. It was the first, okay, double-sided lightsaber, that's what you call it. The first time I'd ever seen a double-sided lightsaber, and I was just so into it. I was like, oh my god. The first character I ended up playing after Sith, I think I played a Sith Marauder for like till level 15. But the first character I played after that was actually a Sith assassin, which is the character that's my highest legit level right now. So yeah, I'm really Sith Marauder and Sith Assassin are my two favorite DPSs. They just visually please me to no ends. I love that about like World of Warcraft too. Like, oh my god, the fury spec for the warrior. Rogues are so fun. Rogues are fun. So fun. Who else is really fun? Who else can dual wield? I don't think anyone else can dual wield, honestly. I don't know if WoW does this, but how cool would it be if you could have like as a hunter you could have like 2 one-handed crossbows. Like with a normal crossbow you're sacrificing more of your attack speed. But like for each attack you're doing more damage, but with a double crossbow you're doing way more like attacks, but your attacks don't do as much damage. That would be really cool, honestly. Like I would love to see that. But then again, they already have that dual crossbow implemented in Diablo 3, so with the Demon Hunter. So I don't think they would do that, but if they ever were to do that, that would be the coolest thing. In all honesty, we're gonna kill this side boss real quick. We're gonna go in. We're just gonna go in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do as much damage to him as possible. He's gonna do a power punch on that droid. Poor droid. Oh no. Fucking hell. Something you really need to get used to in this game is, in any MMO honestly, is spell interruption. Oh my god, spell interruption. Because you don't want your tank to be dying in a boss battle. So if there's a spell that, like, for instance, one-shots tank, the best thing to do is deplete that spell, is to interrupt it so that it, like, before the enemy can cast it. So like this guy's doing a lot of damage with that automatic ability, so I'm gonna disrupt it so that he can't do as much damage. It doesn't do the full channel, and that's a really good idea. No matter what like boss you're fighting, if you interrupt them a spell, that's important. It's important to learn it early too, because some bosses later in the game require like you to interrupt them. Like there's no, like, you can't get past it. You can't just not interrupt them. You can't. It's hard with more mechanics coming out. The later game you get, it's harder to do. It's harder to do those kind of things. It's harder to just like be able to kill a boss before he's able to do something, like you are at this level right now. It's harder to do that kind of stuff. So you don't do it, if you don't learn how to do it early, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for you later. Because I know there's bosses in WoW where if you don't disrupt what they do, well, he's either self-healing to like part of his health, or self-healing all of his health. And there's bosses like that. That's something else that people need to be aware of. In the later they get into these type of games, is that they need to be aware of game mechanics. So like, like early levels they can get away with this. Like this red circle right in front of me, like I could stand in that and it wouldn't affect me at all. But later levels, like you get into like harder level shit, that kind of stuff is gonna like destroy you. You're gonna stand in that red circle, you're gonna be like, ah, it's fine, I can tank this. Then it's gonna fucking kill you, and you're gonna be like, wait a second, what happened? And I used to do that when I was a new player, but you know. This girl is annoying, honestly. I don't like this girl. See, that's why she's annoying. She just does This random ass shit. She does a lot of damage. See, like, I need to do that because she does a lot of damage. With that, she does a little knockback ability basically after she's charged it up, and she does a lot of damage. If you let her basically get it, and you can get away from her normally. If you just start walking the second she starts casting it, you can get away from it, but it's easier if you use your the ability given to you that allows you to, you know, break away those effects, kind of. I'm just gonna use that on her. It's nice that I have at least like some decent, like somewhat ranged abilities, because if I didn't, it would kind of be a lot harder for me to do these kind of things. I think we're getting really close to the end of this, which is good because I think this video's gone on for a while. Let's see if we can kill her. Come on, can we kill her? Can we kill her before she does it? Yes, we killed her before she did it. Boom, and that's how it is done. Kerboom. The Kerboom Blaster. Again, I'm a nerd doing Borderland references. It's whatever though. I forgot to activate that. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to activate my own buffs. Alright, I could be doing a lot more damage. There might be one more boss after this, but I have no idea. I honestly can't remember to save my life. Alright, so we kill him. Veda's gonna fucking hate me, but whatever. Let's go. There might be one more boss after this. I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't played this in so long. I'm doing like all the higher end like quests on my assassin, so, or the higher end stuff on my assassin, so it's meh. It's meh. I don't really care. Return to the Black Talon transport with all of our friends. Oh no, not the light side. The light side's taken over. That's bad. Bad juju. Oh shit. Oh. Hell. That just happened. Wow, I never realized that happened. Holy crap. You always usually ignore everything else that's going on. I think I can mount up, sweet. Let's mount up, I could have done that earlier. Is it gonna tell me that I can't ride mounts in this area? Probably, but I don't give a fuck. I'm riding a mount in my own ship. That's right. What you gonna do? You don't see people doing that in the Death Star. You don't see those troopers running around with like the speeders in the fucking Death Star.
Go ahead.
But I'm doing it in my own ship. That's it. That's all.
Nobody better mess with us.
It's kind of disappointing because I think I remember there being like usually a chest that spawns. But whatever. We did it. The Black Talon completed. And we're gonna turn back to the space station because we leveled up a couple times. I want to check my mail real quick because I got that message. And then we will end the video there. Yes. Got the Black Talon done. We're gonna get a new mount here in a couple seconds. Damn. We getting it, boys. We getting that. That only took 30 minutes. I'm surprised. I thought that would take a lot longer than that. I thought the other one took me like 40 minutes to do, so I was like, meh. And I forgot that we leveled up to 22, so now we can do another combat proficiency, which we're going to do this. Actually, no, did we want to do... No, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. 2% damage decrease. Let's go. Let's get it. Alright. Let's start. Let's do this. Let's do this in the fastest manner we possibly can. Let's go combat training real quick. see if that's supplies, not combat training. This is combat. No. Yeah, this is combat training. Almost went to supplies. Almost already fucked up. Map. Here's the map. It's 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 the map. Shut the fuck up, pendejo. Alright.
The Force is a weapon.
What is this?
I will show you how to wield it.
Requires and converts 30 stacks of Fury. Oh, this is okay. This is another Fury stacking. I think I'm gonna use this mount instead, just because it's new, and since this is a new series,
Show no mercy.
I might as well. And it doesn't look bad, honestly. I like it.
You are
So
strong, but you
let's
could
see.
be
Let's see what this
stronger.
does. Requires and converts 30 stacks of Fury to issue predation to you and your operation group members within 40 meters, increasing movement speed by 50% and melee range defense by 10%. So this is more like an instance kind of ability, like where you're in an instance and your teammates are maybe struggling to kill things and you need like a faster solution for everybody and not just yourself. So that seems like that's what that is.
Show no
This one,
mercy.
however, seems like it's like, oh, I need to like do more damage, so I'm gonna like use it for my. This is more of a self. Berserk is more of a self damage increaser, where this one seems like it's a party increase. So like if you're in a party and you need more of those. What is that? What the fuck, mate? What's going on here? Oh shit. I don't know what I did. That's probably gonna blow up. What the fuck? What? Is that it? Is that all you do with that? Okay. It's kind of funny but kind of stupid at the same time. Alright. Alright, let's check our mail and then we'll end the episode. But yeah. Oh, we also got Force Choke, which that's actually really good, actually. I'm gonna put that right over here. Force Choke. We're slowly becoming... What is this? Tremel's retirement? Okay, I don't know who sent me this message, but some dude is apparently... Oh, Lord Aberon. Lord Aberon is... Apparently everyone's just happy that that we fucked up Overseer Tremel. And if you are kind of just joining us now, Overseer Tremel is basically the first person we kill. Yeah. Basically the first like hard person we kill. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. We had an amazing video. It's going to be about 37-ish minutes long, so I'm sorry if it's too long for you guys, but we did Black Talon, successful. Next episode, I know last episode I did say we'll do Black Talon, so this episode, we're going to go to Drummond Cast, do all those story missions so that we can move on and get to an area that has the same level as we do, so we can get the same level gear. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.